Have you ever started a new year feeling like something was off? Like you'd left a piece of yourself behind? I have, and it still haunts me. This happened on New Year's Eve, at a party I didn't even want to go to. My friends thought it'd be fun to kick off the year at this old, creepy mansion on the outskirts of town. It's historic, they said. It has charm. To me, it just looked like the perfect setting for a ghost story, but I let them drag me along. The mansion was packed, filled with the kind of people who looked like they stepped out of a magazine. The host? No one seemed to know who he was, but he'd clearly gone all out. Vintage decorations, glowing candles, and this massive clock tower that loomed over the main hall. It felt like the kind of party Gatsby would throw, if Gatsby was into the occult. At first, everything was fine. We drank, danced, and joked about the mansion's spooky vibe. But as midnight approached, the energy shifted. It started with the guests. I noticed a few people who didn't seem real, like the guy in the old-fashioned suit, who stood in the corner muttering to himself, and the woman in the blood-red dress, who seemed to glide instead of walk. She never blinked. Then there was the clock. It felt alive, its hands moving slower and slower as the hour crept closer. When the host appeared, it was like he materialized out of thin air. Tall, elegant, with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. He raised a glass and began some over-the-top speech about leaving the past behind. His voice echoed unnaturally, like it was coming from everywhere at once. My friends and I gathered under the clock tower for the final moments, but as soon as the hour struck, the entire room went dark. At first I thought it was a power outage, but then I felt it, a suffocating heaviness in the air, like the walls were closing in. Candles flickered back to life, and when I looked around, half the crowd was gone. Or so I thought. The truth was worse. They hadn't left. They'd changed. The man in the suit was now standing right in front of me, his face pale and distorted, his eyes hollow. The woman in red was floating a few feet off the ground, her head tilted at an impossible angle, her smile stretching too wide. The host's voice boomed through the room. "The past and present are one now. Welcome to eternity." My friends and I tried to leave, but every door led us back to the main hall. The clock tower's hands spun wildly, faster and faster, and the crowd closed in around us, their faces melting into shadows. The last thing I remember is the host's voice whispering in my ear, "The new year is just the beginning." I woke up in my apartment the next morning, the scent of wax and champagne still clinging to my clothes. I tried texting my friends, but their numbers had been disconnected. When I looked up the mansion online, there was no record of it. No photos, no history, nothing. Now, every night at midnight, I hear the sound of a clock ticking in the distance, even though there's no clock in my apartment. I'm starting to think I never really left that party.